On behalf of the fabulous Daniel Hong, we're here at Mira Mesa Lanes for the title matches of today's JBT event. We got two more for you here. Just had a great one in the scratch division with Caitlin beating Josh Malloy for that title, and now Caitlin's moved over to the left here where she is taking on Avery Domagine in both the girls scratch and the U17 title matches. They were the first and second qualifiers in both of the subdivisions. I think that's the first time that's ever happened. So they are playing off for not only that, but whoever wins the game will be the first girl to win twice this season. We've had 13 different girls tournaments and 13 different girls winners up to this point. Each of them have one of them will win two. In the handicap division, this guy, Regis Tonelet's taking on Gage Baker for that handicap title. Gage, a two-time winner, while Regis's career high finish is right here at Mira Mesa. It was a second a couple seasons ago, so he's looking to do one better, while Gage looking to win his first of the season. He's got a 40-pin handicap difference to make up. Regis getting those 40. And he's going to start off by getting a little more as he spares in the first after Gage opened in the first. I think one of the toughest matches to bowl is after you win the main division, having to come over here and sort of mentally regroup and win one of the subdivision matches. We see it all the time where someone shoots a big number to win scratch or handicap, goes over here and doesn't do much. The other one, Caitlin, a feisty competitor though. I guarantee you she doesn't want that to happen. She's up against a tough customer in Avery who started with a double, and Caitlin will go open, spare, spare if she converts this 4-pin. Biggest lower average bowler came in today at 127. Bowled well in qualifying, did a plus 65. Great start, Super Survivor, and then has just kind of been hanging on since then. He's gone backwards in pinfall, but had just enough to stay ahead of Nathan Chambers and Cusack Bove and AC Domante, who all got knocked out in the last round. Low game plus the low two totals are out game by game in Super Survivor. Daniel knows all about that. He had a bad break. He shot 240 in what turned out to be his last game to lose out on totals by 3. You okay, Daniel?
Oh, I'm definitely okay.
Okay.
It definitely happens. Bowling is bowling.
Bowling is indeed bowling. You can still be not thrilled with that scenario. We would excuse that. Avery's that great foul line form, great follow through, and she does a little hip check on that 7-pin to get it over there. Caitlin was using some great body language in her match. Avery does the hip shake. Here's Baker in the second on an open. Not a bad shot, little shaker 7. Thanks again to the whole team here at Mira. Drew and Missy for keeping the place alive. Corinne, the whole staff for having us busy bowling center, and pretty good turnouts for us as well. So it kept everybody on their toes as they're both up at once. That's Gage's ball, not getting over to the 7. That's Avery's ball that is tipping out the 5. She starts out with front 4 and a big lead. You start every tournament with make your spares. You just got to make those makeables. Gage misses that 7 to give 10 more pins back to Regis, and he's got to make him up somewhere. You can't trade opens. You're not making up any ground that way. Talk about picture-perfect form of the foul line. Both these girls exceptional. Okay, I'm just too good on that one. Solid 9 on Shark. That's not fair. See if Gage can recover here in the third. Decent shot again. Gage switched to two-handed, probably a season and a half ago or so. Obviously paying dividends for him. That two-handed form, just like this guy did back in the 80s, just like he dreamt it up. There you go. Tossing black U-dots two-handed down the lane after hours.
Only after a miss.
Let's see if Caitlin can get her first strike of the girls match, and she does. I feel like calling it the girls match, even though it's both those things. Better shot at the spare. He covers it that time for his first mark of the game. We're going to Vegas next week for a Mojave Conference event, and we're going to Denver, Colorado in 2 weeks. That's part of the mountain conference for now, at least. Can't wait to go up there. Avery does that little pre-shot routine of doing a phantom follow through, taps the bottom of her shoes, lines up, and lets it fly. Oh. If that ball is not headed left by 45 feet, it's never going to go left on the shark pattern, no matter what rev rate you have. That ball didn't miss by much, but if you just leak that off a couple boards to the right, you're going to wash out 2, 8, 10, something like that every time on this. 48 feet of fun. This is game, what, 12 of the tournament, and there's still plenty of juice left on that lane. If anything, the middle starts to dry out, which makes it way tougher. Regis leaving makeable stuff, and he is covering his makeable stuff so far. 2 spares and 3 frames for Reg. Avery more than capable of making this as well. That's going to be real close. Yes, ma'am. Yes. The picture-perfect washout conversion from Domagate keeps her in the lead by 39 pins through 5 frames. Regis, a member of the Ottawa University, the Arizona version college bowling team. Currently the pride of the Ottawa University college bowling team. So he's the last one standing. Driven all over the country by this one. Not quite as high a finish by this one. This one almost made the cut today. This one almost made the cut today. So close, so close. Avery bound with the strike there. Oh, goodness. It was nice job of the spare from Regis. It was Chris Mays, Madison Holman, and Daniel Hong finishing in the top 5 in scratch today. It was Daniel, Chris, and Maddie in that order. Every top 4 gets you into the Invitational. Building your points towards Invitational buys, TPC berth. There's always something more to shoot for, unless you're all-conference bowler of the year.
Are we able to use 1, 2?
You bet. That was big trouble for Baker. There's big 4s there. Well, you got to get the 2 here if you're Gage. You just never know what your opponent's going to get, especially when they're the lower average. Caitlin unable to double now, so she still continues to trail by that 39 margin. Nice strike on the left-hand lane. Well, that's a mistake there as he goes 6 out instead of 6-2. Those 2 pins he missed. Good heavens, if he ends up losing this match by a pin, that would not be a strong feeling. Avery's had a chance to put this match away with a couple more hits here. That's a better shot. Just turns the corner in time, scatters that light hit. She's pacing 230 all of a sudden. That time the ball holds pocket for Baker. He finally gets his first strike of the title match. Plenty of time left for him to catch up. That 2-hander can strike at any moment. Right, Daniel?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Daniel, one of the best strike balls on tour. You are one of the fiercest match play bowlers on tour. Did you know that? If I were to make a list, you'd be right there.
I guess so, if I'm just screaming everywhere.
Well, you're tough. You refuse to lose. Oh, yeah. Even lighter. Ball fades all the way and still carries out the 5-7. She's got it all going on. We're just doing what he has to do, leaving makeable stuff and sparing it up. Caitlin has room for 227 still. That would force an open out of Avery. And that's if she goes off the sheet. Why should I say if? She's going to go off the sheet. How dare I? Regis is not the fastest bowler in the world, but that's all right. Great job with the spare. Caitlin must have this to stay alive, and she can't tickle out the 5-7. And Avery is going to break the ice and be the first two-time champion girls scratch this year. Pick up another $75 for this win because she gets the 25 for U17 as well. Not a bad day for her. Not a bad weekend at all for Caitlin. Wins a scratch title. Her second career scratch title. So Caitlin is now the two youngest females to win a scratch title. Caitlin and Caitlin are the top two. Very good. Don't give me that look. I can see that look through that mask. Don't even start.
Of course.
Avery's got a chance for 276 still. Oh man, that might have been her best shot. Just rings the 10 out of nowhere. That ball looked like it got around the corner just fine. I guess not. Evidently not. Tougher spare for Reach, obviously. Would have been a good Powerball winning shot. But that first open in the last 4 frames gives Gage a little more hope here. He's been sitting here thinking, I got to capitalize on that strike for the last 2 minutes. Let's see if he can. No problem at all for A, the well-traveled A. Her dad takes her all over the place. She's bowled some East Coast Maryland version of our events. Bowls SYC when she can. She's had great success at Junior Gold. It's a dedicated David taking her all over. Poor David, we got to get him a step stool for him to record these matches here. He's back here going, just to get up and see this. As his daughter does him proud of a wonderful title match. Some pretty darn talented girls here on tour. Gage with a great opportunity. Did get that strike. Now a chance for 3 in a row. That's left. It holds. Oh, man. Pretty darn good shot. Just faded the whole way. Center pin didn't react.
Okay.
Spares it up. They'll lead by 9, but has to make up 40 total, remember. But that's a heck of a lot better position than he was in just a little while ago. 20's a little tougher for the two-hander. He's got to flatten it out, and just by a coat of paint. Slides by that 10 and hurts his cause significantly there. You know, Daniel, I was sitting here thinking to myself, saying, you know, I should ask Daniel what it takes to become a better bowler. Daniel, what do you think, in your personal opinion, it takes to become a better bowler?
Honestly, to become a better bowler, I believe for everybody, is to make your spares.
Yes.
I also had a lot of trouble with spares, even today. In order to become a better bowler, and if you want to have a lot of wins, I believe spare game has to be perfect before you get there.
Doesn't matter with yesterday's high-scoring pace or today's low-scoring pace. The ones who filled those frames were the ones who lasted the longest in the tournament. Hardest thing to drill into some of these younger bowlers is that 9 spare, 9 spare, 9 spare beats strike 5-2. Beats double 5-2, what I meant to say. A well-representative 190 there. Outstanding job by 2 incredible talents who still got a lot of years to do this if they choose. If we don't lose them to some Midwestern school, gobble up all of the good girls. Great stuff out of them. Well, to be determined here in handicap is Regis' strike in the 7th really helped him. A double would just be killer. Does not have it. Good answer, Daniel.
Thank you.
I was just sitting here thinking that, and I said, you know what? You'd be the man to ask. No one tape is behind the scenes, do they? No, okay, good.
Not at all.
Daniel, when can we expect our 7-page Facebook recap of today's event, this weekend's events?
I can definitely get it done by this afternoon.
On the ride home? Are you driving home or is your mom?
Definitely my mom.
Your mom? All right, we got plenty of time. You're going to sit there on the I-5.
I believe so.
If you guys aren't liked and shared with Daniel Hong, he puts up a novel after each weekend of tournaments wherever he goes, and I enjoy reading it. I really do. I like reading it. Excellent spare from Regis there. That really puts the pressure on Gage to, well, definitely not open again, but find some strings. He only leads by 3, and then he's got to make up 40. He's already trails by 3. That's even worse. Yikes. Uh-oh. Trouble. Am I? Tonalette. I'll have some rigatoni with my tonalette. Got it. Well, let's make this wash out. You know, it's not coming together for him in this match, unfortunately. Doesn't represent how well he bowled today to get there. On a 172 average, he bought a high game of 223 back in game 8. Had 2 other 200 scratch games to get to this point. That look can change rapidly, can't it? Oh well, he's got 2 wins. He's got good coaching on his side. He'll be back. He's growing like a weed. He's like a foot tall. Give him his hits! Dang it! If Cortez was a 12-year-old 2-hander, I think he'd look like this. Yeah, this little skinny kid growing like a weed who just, he's got the Cortez reactions when he doesn't strike.
Honestly, that'll be
Throw me in the way.
That'll be a great combo.
Not bad, right? Yeah. I don't think Cortez wore glasses till he was older, though. Not the finish he wanted. He'll be dejected for a while, but he should be proud of himself for getting that far. Second out of 42 bowlers, I think, today. Be a nice scholarship check. Gets him in the Invitational at the end of the year. He was already in the Tournament of Champions forever and ever. There will be a Tournament of Champions somewhere this year. First time in a couple of years. Anybody who's ever won one of those can bowl. Parker Bone can bowl. Danny Wiseman can bowl. Andrew Kane can bowl. Jacob Buttriff probably will bowl. Regis is getting like a duck pin hit over there, just swinging pins all over the place.
Sometimes you got to be lucky and good.
He's going to likely win this match scratch, and that's plenty. Well, they work hard in their game. Jennifer took a bunch of basically beginning bowlers and is just building that program from scratch. And that's what we have a handicap division for. Any age, any average. Sometimes the high average wins, sometimes the lower, everywhere in between. Of course, we had a 7-year-old girl win already this year, Araceli. 9-year-old, a bigger part of ourselves. 7-year-old Clay made the cut.
We always love your support, how you do as well for your junior bowlers.
It's a pleasure. I'm an overgrown junior bowler myself. My JBT career never stopped. I'm going to go far away for school, but you can't stop me. More JBT, more. Season 26, season 50 is the goal. We'll reevaluate everything from there. Bob Barker got to season 50. Gosh darn it, I'm getting. You know who Bob Barker is?
No.
Oh, Daniel, get out of this chair immediately.
I believe so.
Oh, Daniel. No, you can stay. Oh, Daniel, go Google Bob Barker. Daniel Hong does not know who Bob Barker is.
He doesn't what?
This kid here does not know who Bob Barker is. Google that immediately. Aren't you ashamed?
I think so.
You're too focused on the bowling. I mean, correctly focused. Specifically on the bowling.
Yeah, I'm not really.
Do you play any other sports?
Other sports, when I was younger, I used to play soccer.
Yeah.
I actually represented as a national South Korea team.
Oh, awesome. Very
So
cool.
I got invited to compete in Japan.
Oh, how cool. 7-2 doesn't matter. He finishes out with 137. That's going to be plenty to capture his first JBT title. Second place at Mira Mesa here 2 or 3 years ago. And vengeance! Victory shall be his this time around. Well, great stuff from all of our finalists. We'll do it all over again in Vegas if we can find a hotel room. And
Of course.
you have something you'd like to add?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right, Gage, let's see a fill ball strike.
Was that too much pressure with me watching you?
Why? Oh, yes, I got completely freaked out. I was like, am I saying something? What am I doing?
Come on,
Get that
ball.
fill ball strike. Ah, gosh. That worked. Well done. Nice sportsmanship at the end. Congrats to Regis and Avery and Caitlin. Regis, you're the only dude that won anything today. The girls won everything else. Congratulations. Vengeance, finally, at Mira Mesa.
Finally.
There you go. Good for you.